So Wizio is a virtual reality-based marketplace, and we've been working with the real estate communities in Boston, Texas, and elsewhere to build the first exclusively virtual reality marketplace for real estate. You know, VR is sort of a buzzword right now. There's a lot of folks getting into it. There was just a brokerage that hit headlines, eXp Realty, that announced they're operating entirely on a virtual world. So they've built, interestingly enough, a virtual island for themselves that they do trainings in. So there's a lot of different ways that people are interacting with that. They're going on their desktop to sort of walk around these virtual environments. Some people are putting on headsets. My favorite way is through mobile browsers. I think mobile phones are a great way of interacting with VR environments. The accelerometer on phones lets you, you can hold up your phone and just sort of look around with it, which is a phenomenal way of looking at a new space. In our specific context, though, we're really looking at VR of the real world. So we're capturing content of real physical spaces that people can see. Right now we're really focusing on the rental market, but there's a lot of opportunity for the capture of physical space so that people can explore it virtually from afar, maybe a foreign country or out of state, wherever they might be. It's very helpful for that real estate exchange. So there's a couple of different ways that you can create this content, and a lot of people, when they think of VR, they think of the really immersive experience of being able to walk through a space. Right now, to do that sort of VR creation, you need some sort of depth measurement. Most people are using an infrared sensor. I've seen some pair a camera, usually an iPhone or an iPad, with a sensor akin to an Xbox Kinect. And they're taking the depth measurements from that Kinect and pairing it with the light information that these cameras are collecting to sort of visualize a 3D object of the location that they're scanning. This does have some drawbacks. As you can imagine, you may lose some of the sensor around windows or very large spaces where you're not necessarily getting all of the feedback back to your sensors. That it can be challenging. So for a lot of these larger spaces, it's not necessarily the best method in our opinion. We're excited about the possibility of taking photos to create this type of work. So, a multi-lensed camera, maybe it's a high-end DSLR camera that you're pointing at each various angle to create a 360 image. And from that, you can extract additional information. So if you know the height of the camera or a number of other measurements that you can take to help calculate using computer vision and sort of convert that 360 image into a floor plan or a 3D model that can then actually be walked through. But for the most part, when we think of VR and 360 content in context to Wizio, right now we are talking about a lot of 360 imaging. So from a fixed point, being able to look anywhere in a room, either on a headset, on your mobile device, desktop.